Hey, how's it going, guys? Sean from Team Honey Badger here. Out to bring you guys my tournament report for Champion at my Bushiroad Card Fight Vanguard Spring Circuit Series Shop Challenge. So, I actually won my local shop challenge with my boys Saintblow, and the deck profile is the same as the video. I'll probably write in the description, but I'm not going to do a deck profile because I actually just did one last week, but there'll definitely be an annotation here. But I'm just gonna jump into this saying I'll do the tournament report. I'd make sure I wrote down notes on my phone so I could give you guys the correct information of what happened each round and how exactly it happened. And I will admit I did get a little lucky in some of these games, but without further ado, let me actually jump into it. So round 1 I played against Gears, against a guy named Eric. So this is exactly what happened. Vanguard was just being Vanguard. Like literally Vanguard. It rushes hard against Gears to win against Gears. That's literally what happened. There's not much it could do without at a high damage count after my first stride. And then he's just striding his first time. That's really hard, and the shop owner decided to make it best of 1 because this is a Bushiroad official event, so we only had best of 1. It actually, the tournament went by pretty quick, surprisingly. And so it's just one game, you just play it out, and then we had to cut to top 4. So I won round 1 against Gears pretty easily because Gears is really easy. So now round 2 is against Llew. So I drew all of my 3s. I drew all 6. And then here's the interesting part. My opponent damage checked all his 3s. Yeah. Out of his 6 damage, 5 of them were his grade 3s. And he had a failed G assist to follow that. But what he did instead, he rushed me to 5 by calling his grade 1s and 2s early. And then just by doing that, it gave me more resources to use my combo pieces to win, especially with Llew when you're at a grade 2. Llew plus Barcgal equals 19k column, and while you're at a grade 2, that's a 15k guard. And plus when you have the Flogel, because I called it off SGD, it's pretty hard to take in. So that's how I won round 2. And then round 3 I played against Altmile player. He saw all his heals and they all resolved. All 4. But then, when he did his transcending turn, he actually made a misplay in calculation. And I was all set, but I realized if he actually had that misplay correct, he would have won. Because I would be 5k short then. So I should have lost, but I actually pulled a massive comeback after him seeing those 4 heals. So we made it into round 4, 3-0, and then I played against Messiah. I'll be honest with you guys, he omega-locked my board. He was on Freezeway, and then he saw a double crit. I thought I was the lucky one, and I was because I saw a heal, but then that still wasn't enough to compensate for an omega-locked board where I actually had to ride ARG, and I could barely do anything on ARG because he relies on a board and this, that, and the other, etc, etc. And then top 4 we played against Llew. This is actually a very interesting game because it went back and forth towards the end. In the beginning I was able to pull ahead, but once he strode Conroe to kill my Blaster Blade and Millius, because after I used the Flogel, that's when it started to get interesting. And he had 3 more stride turns after that. He had 2 Spectral Blasters following the Conroe. And both times, he didn't play a high number of crits, but I was still nervous and I decided to guard both of his Vanguard attacks and then just take the rear guards, which apparently was the right move because he only saw stand triggers, and then with him retiring his board for Spectral Blaster, he lost some of his boosters when he saw the stand triggers, so I was able to conserve cards in hand which I could aggress with later on. Cards such as Hope Keeper, you know this card is my homie, this card does everything. This card's definitely an MVP. And then, once he was deprived of all his resources, the best finisher in the deck was Saintblow. Now, Saintblow definitely won those games for me. and exactly another reason why I justify you to play 4 until Luminous Hope comes out. Then we'll make some changes. So we made it to the finals because it was a top 4 cut, and Steven, you can fact check this as much as you want, but I have the notes exact same as how you remember it. So both of us G-assisted. I G-assisted on 1, and he G-assisted on 2. He didn't get his ideal ride target, Arrestor Messiah, because he was playing Starvader Messiah. His ideal grade 2 ride was Mobius Beth, I think its name is. The one that when it hits a Vanguard lock a card, which is one of the reasons why he was able to beat me in round 4, because I just had my board locked down. And just by that, and here's the interesting part, I started to see Saintblow in a different way. Because now that I have Altmile triggers as seen in my last deck profile, even though I removed 2 Altmiles from my G-assist because I wasn't thinking I was going to use them, but when I was finally able to stride, I didn't have all my combo pieces. So what I did was, instead, leaving my board open, I had Altmile, 1 Altmile trigger, and I called a Miron, so that's 2 rear guards. So what I did was, I strode Altmile, gave my front row plus 3k so the Miron would still hit, and then I send the Altmile crit into Soul, so I could try and get a combo piece and defeat him next turn. And that's exactly what happened. I got lucky with my drive checks, I broke that 2 to pass, and that's how I was able to win in the finals. So that's pretty much my tournament report. This one's actually pretty short because it was a best of 1 tournament, as I mentioned earlier. Overall, pretty satisfied with the performance of my Sanctuary Guard deck, and I can't wait to continue to learn more about it and hopefully master it to the point where it's unbeatable. And yeah, if you guys have any questions on my matchups, deck, please leave all of that in the comments below. And if you guys want to see my deck profile after Luminous Hope comes out, please leave a comment below. I wouldn't mind proxying that. So anyway guys, I'd like to thank you all for all your support these past few days, these past few weeks actually, and it's because of you guys were one of the reasons why I like going to these tournaments to make these tournament reports for you. I really enjoy these tournaments and I enjoy telling you guys about it, and I enjoy all of you guys supporting me and giving me good advice for my decks. So anyway guys, thank you for watching. Have a great day at school. Happy President's Day if you are off like me. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.